morning and welcome back again to Bay Tree Cottage. This morning we've got two recipes for you. Firstly, we're going to show you how to make some amazing raspberry and coconut ice, which is an incredibly simple recipe and brilliant for the kids to make and a great treat for you to enjoy on a Friday and the weekend, any day actually. And then we're going to show you how to make a fabulous après lockdown tipple. Today it's a horseradish vodka. What could possibly go wrong with that? You ask yourselves. This is a great little tipple which goes brilliantly in a Bloody Mary, and I'm going to tell you more about that later. I'm going to do these as two separate videos. So firstly I'm going to do the raspberry coconut ice. We're going to have a few seconds stop and then I'm going to come back with the horseradish vodka. So the raspberry coconut ice, this is a little bit of a throwback to the 70s, but not as sweet as you might remember. 3 ingredients. There you go, go and just check out her Facebook page, they're truly amazing. So we've got 100 grams of mascarpone cheese in there, and we're going to add half of our icing sugar. It has really made me feel wonderfully stretched and lively for my day. So 125, just half of the icing sugar goes in to start with, and we're going to mix that up so it forms into a smooth paste. So you can see the clouds of dust of the icing sugar coming off the bowl. And when we used to do, when we do children's cookery workshops, I always used to say to the children, taste the air, lick the air. And so I had them running around the class going like this, licking the air of icing sugar as it tasted so sweet. And it does taste sweet. Meanwhile, in our house we're doing a little bit of DIY, and there's quite a lot of dust. And you certainly don't want to taste the air in Bay Tree Cottage because it's a little bit dusty in there. So that has got my mascarpone cheese well and truly mixed in with the icing sugar. This is a great recipe for a bit of elbow grease. Of course you could use a mixer, but I thought after my morning yoga session I would carry on a little bit of extra pumping in the kitchen. So we're going to add in the rest of our icing sugar. So another 125 grams goes into there, and then we're going to add our coconut. There we go. And the coconut we need 150 grams of coconut. Okay, and so here comes a bit more elbow grease again. We're going to mix that up into a really mixed, combine all those ingredients together to make it form a really good paste. So this is one of the recipes that we make in our chocolate making workshops here at Bay Tree Cottage. And we do them throughout the year. So we do a summer chocolate, Easter chocolates, Christmas chocolates. And we also do a lot of group activities and people choose to do chocolate making. It's a really great fun workshop. We use simple ingredients, the ingredients that you can find in the shops. Hopefully at this time, I'm pretty sure you'll be able to find icing sugar, mascarpone cheese and coconut. So the recipes for our chocolate making workshops, we like to keep them simple. I mean, obviously there are incredibly complicated chocolates you can make, you know, tempering the chocolate and doing all of those fantastic things. I mean, I think there's a TV program on now which shows you all the amazing things you can do with chocolate. We like to keep things simple but gorgeously tasty at Bay Tree Cottage. So it gives you an idea of things that you can actually simply achieve in your kitchen. It's not about having to go out and buy a whole load of expensive material and kit and go to specialised shops. You know, you can more or less get all of the stuff that you need in your local supermarket, Aldi, Tesco's or Sainsbury's. Okay, there we go guys, that's my mixture for my base, all nicely combined with a lot of muscle power coming through. There we go. Right, so what we're going to do in my tin that I've already prepared is just put the bottom layer of this cheese, coconut icing in, and we're going to smooth that out with the back of my spoon so it firms into a nice it's getting a bit sticky. So just to save time, what I'm going to do is just show you how to make the top of the coconut ice, and we'll come back to that in a second. This is when I should have really brought the mixer down, but we're going to go with it. Now, my youngest son, Alfie, has encouraged me to set up a YouTube channel. So Bay Tree Cottage now has its very own YouTube channel. I think he thinks that we're going to be the next Jake Paul, and we're going to make our thousands and retire to some wonderful manor in a nice warm country. Honestly, I don't think that's going to happen, clearly, but if you do want to go and watch our YouTube videos, just Google Bay Tree Cottage workshops and our YouTube videos will pop up. I would love it if you like them, and Alfie would love it too. I think we've got about 20 likes so far, so please do go on to our YouTube channel, and obviously it's a really great place for you to very easily see all the recipes that we have been doing over the last few months. And we're really enjoying doing them, so we are going to continue after this lockdown is finished. So if anyone has any suggestions of videos that you want us to do, you know, please do send us in your suggestions, because we'd love to do things which you want us to do. Right, look, there we go, all nice and compacted in the bottom of my tin. Okay, so that's one layer. Now we're going to move on to the second layer. In the second layer, we need 100 grams of raspberries. So we're just going to put the 100 grams in, which we're going to combine with our mascarpone cheese. Slightly less mascarpone cheese this time, because obviously we've got the raspberries in there. So we've got 50 grams of mascarpone cheese going in this time. So just put that in there. Oh, love it. Love it. Don't you love it when you get it dead on? That was dead on the nail. And we're going to put in half of our icing sugar. So 125 grams of the icing sugar goes in. I've now taught all of my family to make bread, so we are now all competent members and bread makers in our house at Bay Tree Cottage. So we're all enjoying fabulous bread during lockdown. I hope your cooking has, you've got all your family cooking as well. So look at that fabulous colour of the raspberries. So just mush them down. Now obviously you can make this with other fruit, you know, you can use strawberries, blueberries. I also made once this with lime, which was really gorgeous. And what I did with the lime layer is actually I coloured it green, a really vibrant, bright lime green with some food colouring, which just looked amazing. When you had the double layer of coconut ice and lime, it was just gorgeous. Okay, so that's all mixed in. Now we're going to add our coconuts, just 200 grams of coconut this time, and the rest of our icing sugar. So 200 grams of coconut goes in. And what you're going to do when this is done, you're going to leave it to set in the fridge, and then cut it up into little bars. And what I love to do is just drizzle some chocolate over the top. So it's like your own homemade Bounty bar, and it looks really attractive. They do keep well in the fridge. I haven't ever tried to freeze them, but I'm sure that you probably could. So they are a great chocolate and great treat to have, and really very popular. So that's 125 icing sugar, just tasting the air again, getting a little bit of sugar fix over here. Okay, and so we're just going to mix that all up again into a lovely, colourful layer that time. So you can see this is a bit of more of a runnier layer. Okay, so that just goes on the top. Let me just get my scraper out. The top of the white layer. Now you want to make sure it goes in the fridge and you leave it to set. Okay, so when it comes out, it's nicely set. And then you can pull it out of your tin. I've obviously lined my tin, I've greased it, and I've lined it with some baking parchment so it will come out nice and easy. So just push that into the corners. And there you have, my lovely people, some fantastic raspberry coconut ice, which I did that all for you today. No, here's some I prepared earlier, nothing pre-weighed or anything, so I don't think that took me too long at all. I'm going to go in the fridge, set, and we're going to decorate with some chocolate. I will show you some finished results later on our Facebook page. Okay, I'm going to have a quick break now, and then we're going to be straight back with the horseradish vodka, so don't go away.